family farm. It's a fourth generation family farm in Temesville, Ontario, which is southwestern Ontario. And we grow and process vegetables on our farm. We grow certified organic vegetables and we process everything right on the farm.
And how did your family get into it originally?
We started out growing asparagus and then we diversified, and we had more people asking for organic pickles, so we started processing them about 20 years ago.
Right.
And we've expanded the line, and we're doing a number of different products now.
Right. Okay. And what are your best sellers?
Our best sellers, the pickled asparagus is an excellent seller, as well as the organic dill pickles.
Organic Meadow is a proud farm-run cooperative. We've been in the community for over 25 years, and we're proud to work with organic dairy, grain, and egg producers across the province to offer consumers and families alike a broad range of organic dairy products.
So how do you select the dairies, and how do they deal with you? And is it through the Milk Marketing Board, or what's that process?
Yes, so we were formed again 26 years ago, and all of our farmers who are dairy producers do have to sell their milk into the Regional Milk Marketing Board, which is the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. And from that pool, we then take the milk to process our different products.
So the Milk Marketing Board separates out the organic milk products?
Yes, there are two distinct streams. There is a conventional stream, and then there is a pooled organic pool.
Okay, and I notice you're promoting it as farmer-owned. What does that mean for you guys?
For us, it means that our farmers, they started this. There were 8 organic grain farmers in 1989. They started and came together in a cooperative fashion to form Organic Meadow. And for us, farmer-owned, our farmers are intimately involved in the day-to-day operations of our organization and continue to hold a strong equity stake in our future.
Okay. So I'm here with Madeline from Birds and Beans. What's Birds and Beans, Madeline?
We're a coffee roaster. We specialize in certified bird-friendly coffee, which is coffee that's grown in a biodiverse agroforest.
So explain a little bit more about bird-friendly.
So bird-friendly is a certification that was defined by the Smithsonian Migratory Bird Center, and it characterizes what it takes for a forest system to be functioning as a proper ecosystem. So our coffee is grown inside that forest ecosystem. And by doing that, we're able to support the farmers and the owners of these lands to preserve it. And then our migratory birds have somewhere to go in the winter months.
And when you say somewhere to go in the winter, where are those farms located that you're dealing with?
Central and South America, for the most part, in equatorial mountainous regions is where Arabica coffee grows. So.
And how do you certify that they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing?
The Smithsonian Migratory Bird Center trains organic inspectors to apply their criteria to the various places that the coffee is grown.
And where's your coffee available?
We're available online at birdsandbeans.ca and at various health food stores and small cafes, and we're always looking for more health food stores and cafes who'd like to carry our product.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I produce about 100 to 120 variety of seeds on my small farm. I produce vegetables for a small CSA as well as farmers market.
So sorry, what's CSA?
CSA is Community Supported Agriculture. It's a system where customers get to buy into the season's harvest, and when they do that, they're guaranteed to get a certain amount of veggies every week throughout the summer.
Okay.
I also produce plants for wholesale and retail.
And how do you make sure that you've got a consistent organic supply of seeds and that they're actually the seeds and not hybrids and stuff?
I only deal in open pollinated seed, and because I save 90% of the seed that I sell and that I grow myself, that's how I ensure that it's organic. If I have to buy in seed, it's sourced from certified organic sources.
And where do people get the seeds, online or elsewhere?
People can get my seed online at my website, matchboxgarden.ca. They can also visit me at a number of Seedy Saturdays across Ontario, and through wholesale locations I sell with Evergreen Brickworks, the Big Carrot, Karma Co-op, and a whole bunch of other places.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
you. I'm
you.
here with Gavin Dandy from Everdale. So tell me what Everdale is.
We're a teaching farm, which means we have a farm like any other farm, but we have a bunch of programs which are community-based. So imagine your neighborhood with a farm in it, and imagine that farm growing food, but doing more than growing food. Imagine having programs and services that can benefit everyone living in that neighborhood, from children to seniors to youth to everybody.
So where is it located?
Well, we have two farms, one in Hillsburg, which is a rural location just east of Guelph, and we have one in Toronto in Jane and Finch neighborhood.
Cool. And how long have they been around?
The first farm has been around for 20 years, and we've had a lot of fun building that, and the Jane and Finch Toronto farm has been around for 3 years. So we're just getting started with that one, and we're going to be having more farms in the future. For example, we're hoping to build one in Guelph.
So you talked about some of the training that goes on. Give me some more detail about exactly what people will learn.
Well, we've got a whole range. So most people eat, right? Well, we can say all people eat. So we have a bunch of programs for people learning how to cook, learning how to grow food, about nutrition. And these can be for kids, like our farm camp, or they can be for seniors, where seniors come in and teach youth how to cook. So it's a great intergenerational transfer of knowledge. Then on the other end of the spectrum, we have really kind of technical training programs for people who want to learn how to farm. So over the last 20 years, we've taught about 150 farmers who are now farming in Southern Ontario and beyond and have their own farm businesses. These are people just like you who maybe never imagined being farmers and then gradually got into it and started their own farm businesses.
Seeds of Diversity is a national organization for seed savers. We have gardeners and farmers all across the country who save seeds in their backyards and on their farms, and primarily exchange them with each other to make sure that the seeds are kept alive. We have about 3,000 different kinds of seeds right now in that exchange, and we figure about 2/3 of them are not available commercially. So we have about 2,000 different kinds of seeds that you can't buy from any seed company. The main reason we're doing this is literally to keep those varieties alive and make sure that other people can grow them. So by joining Seeds of Diversity, you join this network of seed savers who are sharing those seeds through the mail. And in our office, our main work is to back up the seeds that we know people have and we know are not available from other sources. So we're also keeping them in a frozen seed bank too.
Okay. So I think a lot of people might think, geez, I'm worried about it, I'm sending in a seed that's a hybrid or there's something that's kind of gone screwy because of pollination or something. How do you avoid that?
We sell a book on how to save your own seeds, which is the main book that people are using on how to make sure that seeds produced in a home garden or on a small-scale farm are produced to the right standards. So you'd make sure that they're genetically uniform and that the germination is high and that you're avoiding disease issues in your seeds. Those are kind of the three problems that most people would have, and those are the three problems we show people how to avoid. We're trying to make a seed bank of seed banks is one way I think of it, that you can have your own seed bank at home. We're trying to bank the seeds that you're banking, and that way we're making sure that the seeds are out there and they're not just closed away in some vault that you can't get to, but at the same time they're protected.
So I'm here with Rick Sovieta from Mountain Path. What does Mountain Path do, Rick?
Mountain Path is a manufacturer and also a distributor of organic foods. Our core is predominantly flowers, so we have a stone mill in Morrisburg, Ontario, and so we stone grind a lot of our flowers, and they're predominantly local. All of them are organic, and of course the stone mill produces a lot more nutritious type of flour and flavor.
Is the stone mill because of the heat that's generated from the steel process in most flowers?
That's correct. So the steel process destroys a lot of the nutrients, whereas the stone mill preserves a lot of it.
Right. And is all your wheat from the Ontario area?
Predominantly. We try to source out as much local as possible. If not, then we still try to source it out from Canada. So our spelt buckwheat and whole grain wheat are from Ontario, but the red fife is actually from Alberta.
Right. And who are you primarily selling to?
We sell to restaurants and natural food stores, and so it's pretty variety. And we also sell to co-ops.
I'm here with Anne with the Greenbelt Farmers Market Network. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we work to encourage market managers and organizers and farmers to share information and work together to make stronger farmers markets in the region and to get information about those markets out to the public as well.
Right. And the Greenbelt is sort of wraps around the Golden Horseshoe, and your catchment area sort of wraps around the Greenbelt a bit, right?
That's right. We like to include the markets that Greenbelt farmers go to. So we have markets in the city of Toronto, more than 30 of those. And then we have markets just beyond the boundaries of the Greenbelt as well.
So about how many altogether?
About 100 markets in the region now.
Right. Now, are you dealing with farmers markets that are sort of 7 days a week in buildings, or is it more focused on real farmers coming to market, once, twice a week?
Well, we include all the markets in our network, but most of the ones we work with are once a week, small town or neighborhood markets that have farmers coming into them.
Right. And how is this funded? Who's behind it?
We're a project of the Friends of the Greenbelt Foundation. They support our work. Yeah.
Right. And tell me a little bit about the Greenbelt Foundation and Greenbelt in general.
So Ontario established the Greenbelt just over 10 years ago to protect sensitive land and valuable agricultural land around the Greater Golden Horseshoe. It's the largest Greenbelt of its kind in the world. And of course, part of the success of that Greenbelt has to be the success of local farmers. So they have wanted to support projects like ours that help agriculture to succeed in the region and to raise awareness in the public eye about the value of the Greenbelt as well.